Hi, I'm Chris Valentin from Bethel Church in Redding, California, and
I'm Dan McCullum, the co-founder of the School of the Prophets.
we want to talk to you about the School of the Prophets this year because we've made some really big changes. You know, the world is changing, and we have to change with the world.
Absolutely. And there's been some things on our heart for many years that we haven't really been able to share yet in School of the Prophets. So we wanted to make some changes to give you all the foundations you need to understand the gift of prophecy and the gift of prophet, but also to start moving forward as solutionaries and builders.
Yeah, that's right, because what we've done for, I think, around 15 years, we've done the School of the Prophets. And what we've done for probably out of the 5 days, we spend 3.5 days on, like, what is a prophet? What's the difference between prophecy and the office of a prophet? And how do I know if I'm a prophet? And what do I do if people don't accept me as a prophet? And how do I actually find my metron, my space of... And we've been doing that for years, right?
We have. And this year, what we want to do is put that in an essentials course that you'll receive the moment you sign up. So those of you that have already signed up, this is going to come out this week. For those of you that are joining us for the first time, the Bethel School of the Prophets will start the moment you register, and you'll get the essentials course right out of the gate, which is all that foundational material to answer those often frequently asked questions.
Yeah, and we've taken all the frequently asked questions and really answered them in the essentials class.
That's right.
So that the goal is that we get to spend the week with you, whether it's online or on campus, and actually build on it. Because every year we've actually talked about building an advanced class.
Yep.
But then by the time we get through the essentials, what you basically need, if you've never taken the school of ministry, or if you need a refreshment, there you go. If you need a refresher, it's kind of like we spend 2 or 3 days doing that, and then it doesn't leave hardly any time to actually have an advanced class.
That's right.
So this is going to be really, really cool because we will get the essentials down. It won't just be, there'll be live classes, right?
Absolutely.
And there'll be live chats. So you're actually on the chat. You can ask questions as we're teaching. You can actually ask questions. We'll be answering those questions. And the goal will be when we get into the immersion course, when we actually get into the School of Prophets, whether it's online or on campus, you will have a great foundation. You will already have asked all those questions that you would normally ask in the first 3 days.
That's right.
And then we want to build on that.
That's exactly it. And so you'll get that foundation in advance. You'll also get to join the online community. There'll be an exclusive Facebook community for you to start building strategic relationships with other prophetic voices around the world. You'll also get the opportunity this year, not just to stream the video and just watch it, but it's going to be interactive. So honestly, the online experience this year, we are creating a real school around that, a real interactive experience. So you'll have your own community group that you'll be a part of. You'll have special discussions where you can send in questions. You'll have activations that you can do right there in your home, and some special content as well.
And also online and on campus, we'll be doing impartation. We'll actually be doing some demonstration. So we'll be demonstrating prophecy. We'll be prophesying over several of you in your core groups, in your small groups, and you're not just, it's not just like watch a video at all. It's not just streaming like a streaming Sunday service. It's actually immersed, almost like a master course.
You're not a spectator, you are a full participant. Yeah,
that's right. And then on campus and during the week, we actually want to talk about discipling nations and how prophets actually, the role they play, both in government, in business, in the church, in education, and actually in every dimension of life. And so we're going to have the classes, the on-campus classes, which will also be streamed online, again, with all the participants, all the participation. And we'll talk one day, and in one course, we'll talk about the government, political world, like the Daniels and the Josephs and the Esthers.
That's my favorite part, Chris, is when I get to hear when you are actually talking about how you interact with government officials, how you interact with financial influencers. Like, it's not just the information side, it's the wisdom side, and actually seeing those demonstrations and actually doing that in front of the class so they can watch you actually prophesying and consulting with an influencer. That's
Yeah,
going to be
and
part of this year.
we're going to have some people who work in government, some politicians in, to actually talk about how the gifts of the Spirit and how prophets, how they interact with prophets, and how it's benefited them, and where they actually, how do you actually have a relationship with them?
Yes.
We're going to have Bill Johnson come in and talk about his experience, like how does a pastor, how do apostles, how do evangelists, how do teachers, how do they work with prophets? And,
So good.
and where is the line? Where's the role? And what do you do when things go wrong? And what do you do when you
We
have...
could write books on that.
We have, actually. What do you do when the pastor is the mature leader, like
Yeah.
he's a fivefold pastor, and the apostle is a young woman or man who has no experience? Like, even though they have maybe the greater call,
Right.
but they have lesser experience. These are all dynamics that we're going to have time to talk about.
So excited about that.
Which every year when we debrief, we're like, oh, here's the 15 things we never got to. And so I think it's just going to be exciting. It's going to be fun.
I think we can get to 10 of those 15 things this year.
That's our goal. That's our goal right here.
So if you've been to School of the Prophets before, you haven't been to this School of the Prophets.
Yeah.
It really is going to be different because all the essentials are going to be up front in people's packages. And so we're going to spend time really building forward because the foundation will already be laid. And people are going to come away with some ideas and some examples of really how to be a solutionary, how to be a cultural reformer through your prophetic gift.
Yeah, and if you 1 to 10, 10 being, a mature prophet, instead of coming in at a 1 or 2 and needing all this, you're going to start at a 5 or 6 into the immersion class that we're doing for the week. This actual School of the Prophets that start. I mean, you're going to learn so much more. And then the other thing about it being online is it's recorded. Everything that's online is going to be recorded, so you can actually go back and revisit that. The questions,
So important.
the answers, the experience. So if there's a part of like, oh, I missed that, he's going too fast. It happens all the time. Like, hey, could you repeat that point?
Yeah.
Well, you can just back it up and
Totally.
and
Rewind.
watch it again.
That's
So
awesome.
we're super excited about it, and we want you to get more information. It says right there that there's a link to visit.
The link's on your screen. Here, let's do one of those. Right here on your
There's a
screen.
link on the screen right there. This is the part we're not so good at. Nobody trusts us with administration.
We're looking forward to
They
seeing
put it
you.
on a white piece of paper like, hey, boys, the link on the screen. I click on the link on the screen. Anyway, and by the way, expect to have a lot of fun too, because
That's the truth.
the one thing we've done every year is you may not have a lot of fun, but we have a lot of fun every year.
You can watch us have fun if you
Exactly.
don't have fun.
God bless you, and we'll see you soon.